Since my brother got married and moved out, it's just been me and my mom in the house. Lately, I've been feeling frustrated with her, but I can't overlook the fact that she raised me with so much love and effort. I never expected things to get this strained between us. Despite helping her financially, she still ended up kicking me out of the house. It feels like it's all because of my brother and his wife, and that makes me really angry. I want them to feel the weight of their actions. I'm Emily, 25 years old. My dad passed away a few years ago, and my brother Tom, who is 10 years older than me, left after he got married. Now it's just my mom and me. To be honest, living with her isn't easy. After I started working, she quit her part-time job and started lounging around the house. She treats me like her personal assistant, constantly asking me to handle things like, "Emily, is dinner ready?" Or, "I need an extra $200 this month." The list of demands seems endless. Some people might suggest I should just move out if I'm so unhappy, and I've considered it. My mom has been my rock since dad died, raising me alone while Tom moved away with his wife Catherine, who doesn't want to live with mom, so I've always felt I couldn't just leave her. But I'm human too. Being her daughter doesn't mean I should accept everything she throws at me. Today, I got frustrated and raised my voice. I noticed some money missing from my wallet and asked if she'd taken it. She got defensive, claiming she just borrowed it for clothes, but she never repays me. Every time I try to address it, she reminds me of how she raised me and how I owe her everything. It's exhausting. I know she worked hard for me, and I'm grateful, but I'm not a child anymore. I have a good job and enough money that even if I gave her $22,000 a month, it wouldn't change much for me. I've always known I couldn't let her dictate my life indefinitely. Then one day, after work, I came home to find Tom and Catherine there. I hadn't seen Tom since Dad's funeral, and we hadn't stayed in touch. Tom, as usual, started making snide remarks about me. It always felt like he looked down on me, even as a kid. "Why are you here, Tom?" I asked. "Why wouldn't I visit my parents' house?" He replied, "But this apartment is mine. We had to sell the family home after Dad passed away, and I'm the one renting this place." Catherine chimed in, criticizing me for being uptight and suggesting I'll never get married with that attitude. Her comments, like Tom's, were made with no remorse. I've never really liked either of them. After dinner, I retreated to my room, feeling overwhelmed. My mom, clearly delighted to see Tom after so long, was chatting away with him and Catherine, her smile never fading. It seemed like they were occasionally gossiping about me. Ever since that day, Tom and Catherine have been coming over more frequently, and what really irritates me is how they act as if this is their home. They've become way too comfortable here. "Hey, Tom, what's the deal? This is my place, remember? What does my job have to do with you?" I snapped one day. "I'm here because I'm concerned about mom and want to visit her often, even though you haven't bothered to reach out since Dad's funeral. It's none of your business. Speaking of which, I'm hungry. Cook something, and do it quickly." What's with this guy? Seriously? This is my home. Why are they lounging around like they own it? "Emily, I want a delicious cake. Buy one," my mom demanded. And Catherine chimed in, "Get it on your way back from work today. Hurry up and go get it for us, you lazy girl." Catherine, who used to avoid my mom, was suddenly getting along with her, and Tom was projecting this "I'm the eldest son" attitude. Catherine was playing along as the concerned wife, but I could sense they were up to something I wasn't sure about yet, but I knew it couldn't be good. A few days later, their plan became clear. "Emily, I've had enough. I'm ending this," my mom said abruptly while I was doing chores on my day off. "What do you mean?" I asked. "I can't stand living with someone as slow, lazy, and unattractive as you," she replied. "What are you talking about?" I asked, stunned. "I've decided to live with Tom and Catherine," she said. "Wait, you're going to live with Tom and Catherine?" I was so shocked that I repeated her words without fully grasping the situation. My brother, who always refused to live with mom, suddenly wants to move in with her? What's going on here? I demanded. Just then, Tom and Catherine conveniently arrived. "Tom, what's happening? You never reached out to us before, and you always said you'd never live with mom. What changed?" I asked. "It's only natural for the eldest son to live with his mother," Tom said condescendingly. "That's not what I'm asking." "But it's fine for mom to live with us, right?" I retorted. "Are you serious? Even Catherine was against it before. Why the sudden change?" I was frustrated. "You're so annoying. Anyway, mom's decided to live with us. We don't need you anymore. Just leave." Leave? After all this time? I was appalled. Tom had always been so arrogant. leaving everything about Mom up to me. I felt disgusted and betrayed. It became clear that Tom and Catherine had some ulterior motive, though my mother's sharp tongue was a constant irritation. She's still my mother. I didn't want to get tangled in their schemes, so I decided to confront her. Mom, isn't it obvious something's going on? Tom and Catherine never contacted us before. What are you talking about? If anyone's acting strange, it's you, she retorted. Seriously, Mom, those who just leech off their parents should leave, I said, wounded. At that moment, any remaining affection I had for my mother vanished. After all the support I had given her, how could she say something like that to her own daughter? I couldn't believe they were mocking me after all these years. I had supported them long enough. Soon enough, they'd regret their decision. I began plotting my revenge, but before I left, I needed to make a clear statement. I'm leaving now, I declared firmly to my brother, his wife, and my mother. The three of them exchanged smirks, chatting among themselves. Emily, you're finally leaving. Mom, you must be thrilled, Tom said with a hint of satisfaction. I am, my mother replied, beaming. Now I can live with Tom and Catherine. I'm on top of the world. From now on, I'll be the one taking care of Mom. Thank you, Tom. I'm looking forward to living with my dear mother-in-law, Catherine added. It was all I could do not to laugh at their little charade, but I needed to keep my composure. To pull off my revenge perfectly, it was best to stay under the radar for now. From that day on, my brother and his wife seemed to be constantly in my apartment. It felt as though I was invisible to them, or rather, they acted like I never existed. This was actually beneficial for me, as it allowed me to prepare for my departure without any interruptions. A week later, moving day had arrived. Today is the day we part ways. Emily, we'll take good care of Mom from now on, so you can live without worries, Tom said casually. Thank you. I'm leaving Mom in your capable hands, I replied, sensing Tom's dissatisfaction with my response. Then my mother approached me. I hope you get married soon, Emily. It would be a shame to stay single forever. You know, society will label someone like you a loser, she said, her words dripping with disdain. Tom and Catherine snickered at her remark. I responded calmly, that's true. From now on, I've decided to live for myself. I no longer have to take care of you, right? So just stop talking and get out. I never asked for you to look after me. I was planning to leave quickly anyway. Oh, it seems the movers are here, I said, hearing the doorbell ring. I went to the door, and the movers from the company I'd hired for today were standing there. After directing them to take out all my belongings from my room, I pointed to the living room and said, please move all the appliances and furniture from these rooms as well. The shock on their faces was priceless. They were utterly confused. That TV, the fridge, the microwave, oh, and this cleaning robot too. Also, the sofa, dining table, and the bed. Move everything, I instructed. My mother began to panic. What? What are you doing? Stop this immediately. Are you crazy? Don't take everything from the house. Have you lost your mind? My brother, his face reddened with anger, approached me aggressively. Hey, listen to Mom. How do you expect us to live without any furniture or appliances? You have no right to take everything. Leave everything here and just go. As they argued, I decided to set the record straight. Are you misunderstanding something? Everything in this apartment, including the apartment itself, its appliances, and its furniture, is mine. This is Mom's place, right? Don't mess with me. All the furniture and appliances were bought using Dad's inheritance, weren't they? I knew it. He's just clueless, I thought. As I had suspected, Tom misunderstood the situation. Believing that my mother was funding everything in my apartment, he assumed she had inherited a large sum from my father and had cleverly manipulated them into living with her. Tom, are you misunderstanding something? I bought everything in this apartment myself. I've been giving Mom $2,000 a month in support. So, you're mistaken if you think this place is financed by Dad's inheritance. I plan to inherit it someday, I explained. Huh, what are you talking about? Mom spent all of Dad's inheritance ages ago, I added. Tom looked nervously at my mother, whose face had gone pale. Mom, explain yourself. You told us you bought all the appliances, Tom demanded. Well, I was just trying to save face, my mother admitted. What do you mean? Tom asked, stunned. We only moved in with you because we thought there was an inheritance. If there's no inheritance, what's the point of living here? Wait, you said you'd take care of me because you're the eldest son, I said, confronting Tom. I was just trying to be polite, I lied so we could all live together, my mother confessed. Realizing there was no inheritance left, Tom was furious, and my mother was visibly shaken by the realization that Tom and Catherine's kindness was nothing more than a facade. What a mess of a family, I thought, giving them all a cold stare. Catherine seemed to have an idea and spoke up. How about Emily moving back in with us? Tom and my mother both eagerly agreed. Yes, Emily, you should live with us, Tom said. Yes, Emily, I really do need you, my mother added. Seeing their sudden shift in attitude to suit their own convenience, I dismissed them immediately. What are you even saying? Don't make me laugh. There's no way I'd live with people like you. I've decided to live for myself from now on, I declared firmly. Whatever happens to you all is no concern of mine, but you're free to ruin your lives together. The three of them, deflated and exhausted, slumped down as if their energy had been drained. Their eyes were vacant. Goodbye. Do your best as a family, I said coldly, shutting the front door behind me. In 2 weeks, the lease on the apartment would end. Since it's under my name, they'd likely be forced out once the lease expires. Well, that's no longer my concern. About a week after I had successfully moved out, my phone rang with a call from my mother. Emily, please, I can't manage like this. You need to come back, she pleaded. There's no chance I'm coming back, I retorted. Why don't you have that couple take care of you? It turns out they quit their jobs and moved in here, thinking I still had your father's inheritance, she confessed. Wow, they really are terrible people, I said. I'm not inclined to help them. I don't need people who are only after money. All I have left is you, Emily, she continued, her voice desperate. Mom, I'm busy. Can we end this call now? I said, cutting her off. Emily, please, help me, she begged, but I hung up before she could say more and blocked her number. I had no intention of helping her, especially after everything that had happened. Rumor had it that my mother and Tom's family were evicted from the apartment shortly after. They ended up spending all of Tom's savings to move into a rundown place. My mother doesn't work and argues with Catherine almost daily, while Tom is working long hours just to keep them afloat. As for me, since distancing myself from my mother, I've been able to save more and focus on my own needs. After all the sacrifices I made in the past, I'm committed to leading a life that brings me happiness from now on.